is just fun, ultimately. So that's the thing about handling the past, but if you don't handle the past, if you still feel guilty, angry, upset about it, it's your future, because your past is your future, because it haunts you. So I've spent countless thousands and thousands of hours with people like Jane. Would Jane come forward here? And how many people have had a session with Jane? Good, thank you. How many people found it beneficial? Yeah, because it's about the past, right?
Yes.
And so Jane is part of our team, my team and all that, because I'm the most screwed up person I know. So whenever an upset come up, just call Jane. If Kim and I are fighting for more than 45 minutes, she and I both call Jane, because it's something from our past.
Right.
So why don't you tell a little bit about what you do, and then...
Yes, a little bit about what I do. It is about the past. The point really is how do you handle it? How do you clear it? I call it clearing. And what it is it takes guts. You say, it takes guts.
Tell the truth.
Tell them the truth, whether it's about dogs or what you snuck around behind your mom's back or whatever it is. It really takes guts to face it instead of sweeping it under the carpet, pretending it's not there. So what I really do is I help people to look at it without judgment, which is, that's how you get free of it.
Yeah, and it's a very painless, clean process. It's not like the psychiatrist on the couch and she's trying to tell you about your mother and your father. It's you coming to a recognition of what happened, what the benefit was.
Exactly. What happened, what you learn. Are you still blaming yourself? I had a client once whose daughter committed suicide, and he was 3 years later still blaming himself, and we just got to the bottom of that, and that really wasn't the mystery. The mystery was, what was he doing about it? And so I said, well, how long, if it's your fault, then how long do you have to be punished? And that was sort of a new thought. He hadn't thought about that. And he actually, this is the truth, he said forever.
So he chose to be punished forever.
Yeah, but at that moment, the odd thing about that is, as soon as he saw that, then forgiveness was right there. His own forgiveness of himself was right there. So it was fast.
Yeah, it's a very painless process, but you have to be willing to tell the truth to yourself.
Yep.
Jane doesn't do that for you. So just some of the benefits for me personally is one of the things I had to clear up was it's called discrimination or race discrimination. For me to stand on the stage, I had to handle my dislike of being Japanese. I was upset. So that took about 30 years, but anyway, I finally got cleared out. And even to this day, I have Japanese people come up to me and they go, how do you handle those white people? I said, huh? Because it's still an issue. So race is a major charge, sex is a major charge, and all this. But if I hadn't handled that with Jane, as far as being Japanese, I wouldn't be on Geraldo, I wouldn't be on CNN, because I'd be more embarrassed. Does that make sense, you guys here? It's just my stuff, so that's my thing I had to handle. And the other thing was that in school, I cheated at writing. I hated writing. I just hated it. So every time I sat down to write a book, all the school stuff came up. So then again, I go see Jane, and I had to handle my hatred of the teacher, plotting murder on her, all this. And all the charge on, then she flunked me. Well, he flunked me first, and then that was my sophomore year, and then my senior year, she flunked me. So I couldn't write. Every time I thought about writing, all of that crap comes up. So I clear that away, and then now I'm known as a writer. I think I'm going to stop that one too. Now I'm writing all the time. But anyway, without those blocks taken away, I would never have been a writer. Does that make sense, you guys here? So that's why I have you list your past and all this, and Jane will have a table out there, and if you want to talk to her about it, there's no pressure and all that. But I know I have my own problems, my own idiosyncrasies, my own good and bad. So every time it's in my way, I talk to Jane, and it's a regular process, right?
Yep.
Good. So big hand for Jane, and she'll be able to talk to you.